Surprise! Mitchell's not here, and I am. This is the
Which is the
weekly recess. Well, I haven't been around a bit. I've been quite busy. This is weekly recess. I'm Connor VanDemark. I'm here with Brandon and Tommy, and yeah, we got some interesting playoff results. And I have not heard the whole. I've heard over text, and I've not actually not seen the glorification. We will start this game because I have to. What's with Mitchell being on? I'm so sad he's not here. What's with Mitchell being on the Bears bandwagon and then that wheel falling off and that's just into overtime?
So he has a connection to Bears fandom. His dad is a Bear fan. Yeah, his dad is a Bears fan.
Okay,
so
that's at least
it's
fair.
not like he randomly has become a Bears fan. But I just find it funny that if I'm not mistaken, he's a Jets fan because his granddad's a Jets fan. And he just decided to be a Jets fan along with his granddad.
He's from Jersey, so
yeah, and he's from Jersey, so it like made sense. And then it's like, but you've been torturing yourself for years, man. You can get out. Like you can be a fan of another team. Now, granted, I totally get being a fan of where you're from. Like I'm a Panthers fan because I grew up in North Carolina. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan because I grew up in North Carolina. But you can get out. You can change the course of your life if you choose so. And it seems like you almost did, and then the Bears fell apart. So
my stance on this has always been two things. One, if you are from Jersey for football, you do not have to lock in on any specific team.
You could be a Giants fan.
You don't have a state team. So you have free pickings. You're a free agent. You can go root for wherever the fuck.
Technically, the Giants and the Jets do play in Jersey, which I find
they
hilarious.
have New York in front of the
do.
name, so therefore they are not a New Jersey team.
That's so funny.
Second,
it's like the Nets in basketball.
Multiple teams that you root for that are acceptable, as long as you're not just a bandwagon fan. It's like, oh, they're doing really good, so I'm just going to root for them and be an obsessive fan, even though I know nothing about them. Just because
I'm glad we're having this discussion without Mitchell on the podcast.
That's my
No, I'm with you, Tommy. I'm with you.
Mitchell has a reason to like the Bears. He just never rooted them until now because having a really good moment. His family's a Bears fan, so it's at least it's acceptable in my eyes.
That's fair.
I will say having a fandom in the same division is weird, Tommy. I do think it's weird. I wouldn't like chastise for you. I've never chastised you for it. I don't think it's like wrong. I do think it's weird, but it's not.
If I had not been placed into the heart and soul of.
So now, where are you closest to based off your work?
I'm back in. Well, technically, I'm living in Philly territory right now, and I'm working in Newark. So I'm back to being a free agent.
So you might as well be a Jets fan, is what I hear.
My heart and soul still is with Miami because of my family reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to continue to root for the Bills because the Bills Mafia runs strong, and once you're like inducted in, it's hard to get out.
Did you jump on a table at any point?
Not yet.
Oh, I feel like that's the christening.
Go back.
Yeah, the baptism of Bills
next season. I do plan to go up to a Bills game, at least to tailgate, and do that. So
ketchup, mustard, and jumping on.
Hey, if we make it work, like if we do a Jets Bills game, I'm willing to take that drive with you.
Yeah, so, Jets Bills. Let's
that'd
go.
Be fun.
I mean, they're gonna play. Yeah, they play each other home and home. So
always
pick a time.
So,
it's funny enough.
I'm still, but Miami is still my default team because
Fair
when
enough.
it was Dolphins Bills, I still rooted for the Dolphins. I still cheered for the Bills, but I still wanted the Dolphins to win.
See, I'm with you. You can have an AL NL team. You can have an AFC NFC team.
Yeah.
I think fandom is however you define it. If you just want to follow around LeBron for years and be a LeBron fan, I think that's perfectly fine as long as you clearly state, honestly, I'm a LeBron fan.
It's hard not to be a Bills fan. I mean, they're just such a likable team.
No, they are. Now, granted,
I mean, they're a team that cares about.
When we talk about this game, I might not be as kind about the Bills being fun to watch, but
we'll get around to that. And to be fair, for my own circumstance of being just a Jets fan, is funny enough, I have no family who's Jets fans. Like this is something where,
but that's fun.
It's more my neighbors. Because my dad was. He was a Giant fan. Like but he was never like a hardcore football. Like hockey has always been our sport.
Well, I see a Devils
my
jersey
parents.
behind
all of my jerseys.
All the Devils jerseys behind you. So
My
Um,
family growing up was whoever was in the Super Bowl and whoever was the underdog was who we rooted for. We didn't
that's
care about anybody
interesting.
else. We didn't watch any football growing up.
the thing is, like, the Bills always had like a soft spot in my heart. But it was like, it's for like me as a Devils fan, like it's like the Islanders. Like, oh yeah, you guys are cool. Like when we play each other, we both hate each other, but like both of us agree. Fuck the Rangers. Like it's the same with the Patriots. Like
Yep.
you're a Patriot fan, you go die. Like we don't care about you.
I've had a run in with people where we used to go to school at Appalachian State. I am an App State fan first and foremost, but my parents went to UNC Chapel Hill. I'm a North Carolina fan, and I still watch North Carolina games. I'm still a North Carolina fan, but I remember someone being like, "That's like being a fan of the Mets and the Braves." And I don't quite see it the same way because I'm a Braves fan,
I'm a Mets fan.
I don't,
That's
I don't like the Mets. So again, yeah, there's some rivalries where it's kind of like you hate the team in your division or like you just like dislike them, but at the end of the day, like I've also lessened my fandom in terms of baseball, like in general, just from working in it. So yeah. I still think it's like a Panthers fan though. It is very weird to root for a team that isn't in like your area just because you can't go to those games. But Tommy's right. If you're in a state that doesn't have a team, now granted he's wrong with the Jets and Giants take because they do play in Jersey, but let's say
we are just rented space. We are not.
If you're in Idaho, you can pick whatever team you want. Like no one should care. Wyoming, you should be a Josh Allen fan. Like you should be a Josh Allen fan. So be a Bills fan, and then when Josh Allen, if he ever leaves Buffalo, you just follow him across whatever team he goes to. I don't think he's leaving Buffalo. By the way,
I don't think he's ever leaving
anything.
No, he's stuck.
I'm glad we got that cleared up because this game. I mean, where do you guys want to start? I kind of want to start at the end because there's a critical play that I think was made at the end of this game, and I'm just going to flat out say it, a lack of effort by a certain player that ended up...
Come out and say it.
Let's just talk, because I think that...
Has everyone seen the play? Has everyone seen the interception?
Look, I watched this entire game.
The Caleb Williams interception at the end of the game.
Yes, with the misread route.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you watch it on all 22, I'm not saying DJ Moore, like the lack of effort might have been because he was hurt. Yeah. Whatever the case is, it's not the first time he's jogged on a route. He did it early in the game too on a clear out route where he was supposed to be the clear out post guy for Roma Dunze and then was jogging. But this is a clear example of he's jogging at the top of the route. He then looks back really late for the ball. There's just a miscommunication, as Caleb says. Caleb wants him to flatten out in front of the safety and run to green space. And there was a boatload of green space in front of him.
Yeah, there was a good lane for him to take there.
Caleb throws the ball to that spot, and Cameron Curl makes a great play on the ball, jumps the route, makes a great diving interception to kind of seal that game for the Rams or at least get him going the other way. But if DJ Moore runs hard, flattens that route out, we're talking about the Bears winning the game. We just are. Yeah, we just are.
And the other thing too is like, I guess especially the overtime rule is like that's your possession. You wasted it. Like
right.
Like
all they needed was a field goal there. If he catches that ball, they're in field goal range.
Their D right there. Their job was stopping their drive.
That's why when people were complaining about them not going for the 2-point conversion in the game, their short yardage plays just weren't clicking yesterday on Sunday. They just weren't like, it just wasn't syncing up. They had like 5 or 6 of them where it's just like the short yardage plays, the goal to go plays just weren't good. So hearing Ben Johnson's like decision or defense of kicking the extra point to make it go to overtime, look, his D had been great all game. I think you got to put the ball in Stafford's hands and trust your defense. And the defense got the ball back, and Caleb made the throw that I believe Caleb was supposed to make in that situation, and DJ Moore let him down. It's just flat out.
And I have to say, like, both defenses, like, that defense was a highlight of this game, and they both played excellent. Like, Stafford only throwing for 258, No, and
Not good for
Puka
my.
Nacua. Puka was absent.
I
Like,
needed Puka to score for a parlay, and he did not. So again, that's what
oh,
happens when you do 5 or 6 leg parlays.
that'll do it. That will do
Tough,
it.
tough.
Yeah, Puka for would see 5 receptions, 56 yards. Like that's nothing compared
In
to the other
crucial
stat line
spots,
before.
in
Yeah,
crucial spots, he did show up.
yes.
I, I think the Rams are going to be tough for the Seahawks coming
That's
up.
gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I do think that's gonna be the obviously the best of the two.
Devontae's almost like the man beater, and Puka's the zone beater, and I think it's really hard to stop them when they have those two guys going. So it'll be interesting what happens there. But I guess as we like move to other games, we haven't really gotten that great of a QB performance from really anybody outside of Josh Allen against the Jaguars. Might have been like the best
That
QB
that
performance of
was
the
the only
playoffs
one
so
so
far.
far. Someone made a comment.
But
I
Can
forget
we
who
talk
it
about the
was.
best throw this weekend coming from the Bears with that Hail Mary?
oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Like,
Caleb's a
Okay,
freak, dude.
good. Yeah, for Caleb's got it. I'm
Caleb's
happy
a
to see
freak.
that. I'm happy to be right about that one. I was always been high on him, and I'm glad to see he's producing
Oh,
now.
why have I? If you had been here, I would have temper checked
for him
you.
because in that play when I saw him dropping back, I'm like, oh, he's gonna get sacked. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
he's gonna throw it away. The game's done. Nobody was expecting that throw to go perfectly. That was insane.
Tommy,
Damn good on him too. Like
immediately,
he's been clutch. He has been clutch, and you can't teach that. I'm happy to see that for him.
You can't teach what he has. I immediately thought of like, okay, who in the league can make that throw? Josh Allen, Mahomes, Williams. Like honestly, to have the arm strength and the accuracy to make that throw. In most of those
situations, I could see them. That would be the interception throw where the defense gets it and just runs it back.
Yeah, I mean, also
throw it away.
The defense on the back end was awful. I don't really know what happened there with Kmet kind of having the softest push off ever, and it just ended up being like a perfect throw. But legit in terms of arm strength and arm talent, Caleb, it's not even like it's undeniable. His arm talent and arm strength is as good as Josh Allen's. It's as good as Patrick Mahomes. He's made 2 ridiculous throws this playoffs. The one where it's like the Jordan brand logo, his feet are like off the ground against the Packers, to save that game, and then that one on 4th down, game on the line, he just throws like the perfect ball to Kmet. I mean, it's absurd stuff. He threw that ball 48 yards, 49 yards in the air, like through the wind, like level 2, like line drive throw. Just insane, like arm talent, honestly. Like, and that's why the Bears draft him number 1 overall. Like, that's why you draft a guy like that. It's because he can do things like that. Yeah, that's a good shout out. We didn't even talk about that. We talked about the interception instead. But I mean, Caleb played well enough to win that game. He did.
Yes, and it's nice to see because I don't know if you saw this highlight the next day, but they saw Caleb Williams like at the Blackhawks game, and all the fans standing ovation. Like they were loving him.
No, the city's bought in. The city's
bought in. It's nice to see that for him.
It's a loss that definitely hurts, but you can't say they didn't put their heart out on the field because they did.
Yeah, this isn't me like going and saying that like the Tyler Dunn reporting at the very beginning of the year about like the old regime and before Ben Johnson got brought in, and like, you know, you heard everything from like Caleb Williams is dyslexic, or like they just didn't put him in right positions to like make the right play calls. He didn't know the audibles, like he, you know, certain things like that. He truly progressed as a QB, and him and Ben Johnson have a working relationship together that they understand. Like, we're gonna win some games here, and we're gonna win a lot of games here. And I think like, that's special.
Their OC is also, this is their first year as OC, right?
Yeah.
Declan Doyle, because I think that's a big part of it too.
Doesn't Ben call the play? Ben calls the plays, but in terms of orchestrating and drawing up plays, and like Ben Johnson's heavily involved, but the OC is also first year guy.
I do think that like having that there, like Ben Johnson calls the plays or whatever, but like still like it's still they're building a system that is for Caleb and something
Right.
that because like as me a coach personally, I try not to coach my system, but I coach a system that's best for my players. And no, I definitely am happy to see that they found something that fits for Caleb.
Right. Like they.
Hold on, I don't say I'm not saying just Caleb, but the offense in general, like running. No, you have your Komet and Lovelands, you have your Roma Dunze. So DJ Moore is out there too, but like
Luther Burden, yeah.
Luther Bird is another great one. Like, and they're building something really cool, and I really hope that they can keep this kind of no. I don't want to see what happens with the Eagles where they lose their OC. Like, if the OC is that much of a value that they lose their OC and then the wheels fall off the wagon again.
Well, we all know that Ben Johnson was in rumors for quite some time to be a head coach. It's very clear that when he took this job, he was saying, that's the QB that I want to hitch my wagon to. And as a first-time head coach, I want to try to win games with that guy as my quarterback. And I think it's because he knew how talented he was. And then, like you said, it was about finding the right system and the right fit. And like Caleb, like you can see it at the line of scrimmage. Like there was a run call where late in the game, Caleb is like, kill. He got them into like a play that actually like gained them 4 or 5 yards near the goal line, like within 10 yards of the goal line. Like Caleb is progressing not only as like a decision maker and like mental aspect of the game, but he's also like able to check at the line of scrimmage now and like get them into right calls and get them into right plays. And I think that like matters. Like the step he's taken forward in year 2 is like undeniable.
Yes.
Matthew Stafford is also still doing it at his age, and I think he's gonna win MVP, guys. Like I don't think he should, but he's gonna win MVP.
As someone who doubted him begin the season because of his back issues and how they were treating him.
Everyone did.
The fact that he's still slinging as well as he is, it's insane. Props to the man. I gotta say this too.
Do y'all have anything else from this game?
I wanted to touch on your Ben Johnson comment, where we saw with the Lions not having Ben Johnson and how much that affected them, because he was such an influential play caller for them. That's it for me on this one. Tommy, you're good.
I'm good. Let's talk about the sad Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I want to say that one for last. I want to hop over to the get out of the way. Hop over to the NFC game, Seahawks 49ers.
Okay.
Because
there's really nothing.
There's not much to say. 49ers were banged up.
That was the game I turned off after the first quarter. I'm like 17-0. I'm like, yeah, no.
Seahawks had the game-winning touchdown in the very first play.
You all know my opinion of K9, Kenneth Walker, as compared to Zach Charbonnet on this podcast. As a dynasty owner of not owner, I guess the stocks or the requisite shares I have of Walker in my dynasty leagues. I almost threw my phone during that game. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Charbonnet's now out for the end of the year.
Walker walked over the 49ers the entire game.
He did. Yeah, and now that Charbonnet's out, like, okay, can we finally
prove it?
Can we finally acknowledge that Kenneth Walker is the better running? Like, that sounds mean, but I think he's the better running back. I think the Seahawks are dynamic in terms of an offense. I don't even think they needed Sam Darnold to play for them this game in order to win. And that's the crazy thing. The defense is awesome. Like, it's so disgusting. I think the Texans are the nastiest defense in the NFL, but the second best defense in the NFL is the Seahawks. And they've shown it so far throughout the playoffs, and they showed it in this game against a depleted 49ers team. I feel bad for the 49ers because really it was just like, can we get C-Mac the ball in space and hope he makes a play? And that wasn't going to cut it. It's just tough.
Even though like because the fact that their drives are so short that like CMC
it just snowballed.
It's only 16 touches for Christian McCaffrey.
16 touches is tough.
The last time CMC had 16 touches in a game it's been a while. He's usually wraps.
It's probably a Panthers game where he got hurt or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like Darnold, 12 for 17 for 124 yards. All he needed
How
to do.
much do y'all want to talk about Patriots Texans? Because I don't want to make it solely about the quarterbacks, but I'm just gonna flat out say it. C.J. Stroud was not good. He probably should have been benched at halftime for Davis Mills. And I think if they got average QB play, maybe even fringe average QB play, like just below average, they would be in this ball game. And instead, they got absurdly bad
Yeah,
QB play, and it ended up having them kind of get blown out. But this was a closer game than like the score would indicate, or most of the stats would indicate, just because of how bad Stroud looked. So I
yeah.
don't know how much you guys want to talk about the QBs and this one,
I
but
think
because I mean, this is obviously these are big round of the playoffs. You
yeah,
have all these great quarterbacks coming in. There was so many big interceptions this weekend that
oh, so many.
I feel like more than normal.
You can turn a team over, you're gonna win the game.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Allen had so many turnovers. Stroud. Stroud I think had 4 interceptions thrown.
I would say 3 of the 4 were on Stroud, maybe even 4 of the 4. Like as with Allen, like I don't know if I could say that all of them are like on Allen. Again, like interceptions are a QB stat, but like as we can clearly see sometimes, like it's not always the QB's fault. When it comes to Stroud was not good. Just flat out wasn't good. And there's not much else to say about that. His offensive line is bad. I will acknowledge that. His offensive line is bad.
I do want to give props to the Patriots defense because the fact that
Barfield,
they have been
those guys.
very good, and I do think that I was on the podcast last week as when you guys discussed this, but like the fact that the Chargers team was like, yo, we had no idea what you guys were disguising and no idea what schemes you're running.
I do
think that's also yeah, it's a very variable thing, but like I do think that also gave like the Texans a good loop for that too. And no, like yeah, scoring on a pick six is always nice. And who doesn't love that? But like I think the New England Patriots kind of control play, and it was good to see. I would say it's good to see Drake May put up 3 touchdowns against a pretty damn good Texas defense.
Yeah, so they controlled the game, and when Drake May needed to make a play, he made a play. I don't think it was Drake May's best performance.
No,
but when he needed to make a play, yeah, exactly. But when he needed to make a play, he made a throw. I think that's what makes Drake May special, is he can kind of like not coast through a game, but kind of just like be there.
Mm-hmm.
Almost what Cam Newton would say, like game managing the game, just making sure you're in the right spots in the right situations. And then when you need him to make a clutch play, we were talking about Caleb earlier. I think that's what makes Drake special, is when you need him to make a play in the clutch, he usually comes up and makes a big play in the clutch. And we'll see that against the Broncos if he's able to do that and get him to Super Bowl. But
yeah.
I think some of those fumbles also probably aren't on Drake because he's trying to make a play, trying to extend the pocket a little bit.
They're like what's real? Like the Texans are known for ball hawking, and that's how they won their game last week. And that they're great at doing that and creating their own opportunities through their defense.
So it's kind of crazy that they didn't create that or like enough opportunities for CJ to like overcome the bad play, and then like I said, it just spiraled. Would you guys have been CJ at halftime? I don't know if you can do it, but would you have done it? I mean, he was playing poorly, like as bad as we've seen in a while.
I would say no, just because it is playoffs, games on the line. Why risk throwing in a backup quarterback?
Yeah,
on such a pivotal.
You got here with him. You play your best players, and unless you really think that no.
I mean, Davis Mills has played well, and
he has played well for them, and that is very true. Davis Mills has won them games and has done their job. So like, I could see a world where if I was the coach doing the vibes for that game, I could it's like throwing a backup goaltender.
Or just take CJ out for like a drive or two and be like,
settle him
hey
down.
man, like reset. Like we need you to like not turn the ball over. Like please. Like our defense is giving us a chance. Like just don't turn the ball over.
Also, it wasn't a blowout game. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
if it was like the 49ers situation, I would say, yeah, just pull them out, put somebody else in, and see if you can get the offense going. But
Get them going. But the
Yeah.
fact they were in the game, it's hard to like make that move. Yeah, I totally understand. I'm
And
not
like,
saying they should have been CJ. I'm just saying the quality of play from CJ Stroud was very poor, and it's ultimately the reason they ended up losing the game.
yep, I agree with that. All right,
Bills.
let's go the Bills game.
I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think all those
I
interceptions. I don't think all those turnovers are Josh Allen's fault. Flat out.
no,
I think he played a good game for the most part. Just the Broncos were better when it mattered most.
like I knew it was going to happen going into the half. They were down. It was like more than a 2-score game.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to
you're
be
down. You're pressing at that point.
I
Yeah.
knew that it was going to be a fourth quarter miracle game where they come back. It's going to come down to the wire. I saw it playing out as exactly how it did. What I did not see was just all the bullshit mistakes they made.
Yeah,
The one I think was probably the worst was when Allen was rushing the ball and then he decided to toss it back to absolutely nobody.
yeah, that was tough.
And I was like, why wouldn't you just run it out and just get an extra yard or two, stick it with that? Instead, you turn the ball over. And
How many turnovers do they have? 5.
5.
Yeah,
It was 4 picks and no, sorry, 2 fumbles. Hold on, I'm just reading through this now. There's a lot of fucking fumbles.
I think it's 2
forgot about that.
interceptions and 3 fumbles.
Well,
I believe.
the other one was the Cook fumble, which definitely hurt them as well. Because
I think the Cook one was arguably like the most ill-timed
yeah,
turnover. Yeah.
Okay, so it was 3 fumbles lost, but there was 5 fumbles on that side.
Oh, they put the ball on the ground like 5 times.
Yeah, 5 times, and then 2 picks.
I don't think the picks were like obviously the one pick where it's like simultaneous possession. By the way, I think the officials got that right. Just so
no. Do you see the Joe Burrow tweet that he hasn't tweeted in 2 years?
I did not see the Joe Shiesty tweet. What did he tweet?
Joe, I'll pull it up right now because so Burrow has not tweeted in 2 years.
Burrow's
He's a funny dude. The fact that he just he had to go online and say, hey, none of y'all know what our actual completion is. Both those plays, perfectly legal. That the refs had it right on both those plays.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
I trust Joe Burrow's decision making.
I love you.
Joe Burrow, elite decision maker. Elite decision maker. I kind of want to get a Bills fan.
It's hard when those kind of calls happen because you have, again, refs are human error. Every ref is going to have different discretion and have different angles that they
right. There's subjectivity to
and the problem
calls.
is if there's inconsistent calls across the league.
No, I agree with that.
In the game, but when you have one ref call something that might be, pass interception or incomplete pass, and the other one does, based on a very similar play, does the opposite, you're going to create these instances where the whole fan base is like, that was a bullshit call. That was totally, a completed pass. It happens, and that's the problem with refs is it's human error. You can't be perfect every time.
I wish we could define what a catch is better, but I will say watching both of the plays that we were referencing, watching the Bills-Broncos one, I just think the Broncos player takes the ball away. Yeah. I don't think they both have possession around the same time. I think there's a little bit of a bobble and he takes the ball away. Yeah. I could totally see that being subjectively looked at as like it is possession and he goes to the ground, but I think once he bobbles it, I think it's the Broncos ball. I think it's the Broncos ball. Now the other one in the other game where the knee hits and it's like, so that's a football move, his knee hits and that's not an interception. It's just very weird.
Yeah.
I also agree with that call, but I could see if you're a Bills fan looking at that call and being like, what are we doing
when
here?
It's a game like this, when it's really the game is on the line and this kind of call happens and you're just like, this can't be happening right now.
Yeah. It's just tough because I don't think, I mean, obviously I just think he just got the ball ripped away from him. I think it's just a really good defensive play. Yeah. And so that's where I'm like Josh Allen is upset afterwards. Like he's crying at the podium. He's like, I think I let my team down. it's like that dude played his ass off and got them into this position. And
Yeah.
he's really done it like his entire career. He plays his ass off and gets them in a position to win games. The problem is that I truly believe in his heart, he thought if we get to the championship game against the Patriots now, I think he believes that they beat the Patriots next week. And I think that's what hurts the most is I think he knows in his heart
this
was
is
like the
time.
Super Bowl. This was the Super Bowl run with McDermott, and now McDermott's gone.
Dude, the whole,
we'll see what happens.
City and fan base thought that was what was going to happen.
Right. And not that they were like a team of destiny, but that was the talk was like, this is the year. Like Mahomes isn't in there. The AFC is a little bit weaker. Like, yes, the Patriots and the Broncos with Knicks and May are good, but we have the best quarterback. Like, like objectively, we have the most talented person behind center. And again, they lose a game because of just too many turnovers. Like the Broncos should not have been in that game, and they were because of turnovers.
Next year, we need better receivers. Because
I agree with that.
especially in overtime, I can't even tell you how many throws that Josh sent out that were like perfect throws right to him. And
Dalton Kincaid had a day.
Yeah. But it's like you guys get paid millions of dollars to literally just catch a fucking football. And when you have this, this slow down shot where you literally see them hands out perfect and it goes literally right through their hands.
Yeah, it's tough. Close it up.
Perfect throw.
Diamond.
You have no reason you should not have caught that ball. And that happened so many times in this game.
I felt the same way about the Roma Dunze drop at the beginning of the game with the Bears when he running that in and he like tries to catch it like this instead of just like turning his hands over. Yeah. I'm like, Rome, you get paid to make plays. Like make the play.
You are paid to just catch the ball. You are a receiver. That's all you get paid to do. And just those perfect throws. That's like you can't even blame the quarterback for like undershotting or
Josh.
They were perfect throws and the receivers.
Josh Allen is a dude. Like we'll see, but
okay. Before I do want to talk about the Broncos. Because they deserve.
Well, it's just tough because Bo is.
Yeah, we'll get to. For those who don't know, Bo's ankle blew up at the last play of the game, which is unfortunate. So I do want to mention this before I get off Bill's talk. Is what's your thoughts on the Sean McDermott firing?
I don't know. I guess it was time, but yeah, I'm kind of with Tommy. Like. They've been winning games. Like they're still a good team. Like, is this really Sean McDermott's fault for?
Have you heard the scuttlebutt?
I have not. If you would like to share, is it like rumors or is it like reporting?
So it was reported on one of the Bills Buffalo radio shows.
Okay, so that could go like 50-50 whether that's like
it could go. That this is quote. The Bills general manager, Brandon Beane, and team owner Terry Bracula were, quote, not pleased with McDermott's assessment after he pointed out the roster lacked to win a Super Bowl, which I can easily see that.
Well, I mean, I agree with him that they don't have the receivers to win the Super Bowl, nor the defense to win the Super Bowl, but they also have Josh Allen.
Is not phenomenal. It's Josh Allen is phenomenal. They have a few good players that they.
I think that's the GM being salty, if we're being honest, right?
And this is also supported by a second source at NFL Network, supported something similar, saying, quote, McDermott himself had some questions about how much talent the Bills had. Yeah. And I do agree with that. Where
Josh Allen and put any other quarterback in, you do not have a playoff team.
Sam Darnold cannot host this team up.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point with like Josh Allen being upset at the podium. I totally understand where he's coming from as a competitor. But there's no way he walks in that locker room and the rest of those guys are like, yeah, Josh, like, it's on you, man. Like, you turned the ball over too much. It's like we wouldn't be here without Josh Allen. Yeah. What are we talking about? Look, behind closed doors, if McDermott is saying that to people, he's not wrong. Like, there isn't enough talent to win
Especially
Super Bowl.
On the receiving end, like running back, between Davis and Cook. And Allen, you're good. But receiving-wise, you need better wide receivers.
But in terms of sports, there's 3 positions that can win you a title no matter what. A pitcher in baseball can just flat out win you a title. Shut another team down for 10 innings, 9 innings. They control the game, possess the ball. They have the ability to win you a title. A goalie in hockey can win you a championship no matter what. If they play well enough, you can win a championship. And a QB in football is arguably the most important position in sports. And they had the best and the most talented QB left in the playoffs. And so, of course, they had a chance to win a Super Bowl. And I think that's what everyone in Buffalo is feeling. Is like we had the best player at the most important position, and we couldn't get it done. Yeah.
But looking at it from the bigger picture too, the
Who are
Bills
you
also
going to bring
have
in?
things going against them because you had a short week because they just played on Sunday against they had a rough game against the Jaguars. Allen was beat up from that game.
He said he was the healthiest in like weeks, so
bullshit,
it was conflicting
He was
stuff.
beat up after that game. He was roughed up. You had a short week. You have the Denver Broncos who are coming off of the bye week, so they had plenty of rest time.
Yeah,
They have home field advantage. They have altitude advantage because let's be honest, no team is used to playing that kind of altitude. So,
I mean, as much as you play, as much as you can prepare for it, you're never ready for it.
I mean, you're coming off a short week. Everybody's banged up. Like, yeah, you're not going to play as good as you should. So, I think Denver had everything going for them. And
I don't want to discredit the Broncos and talk about them. Their defense was awesome. Bo Nix is good. I love the Bo Nix hate. Like I kind of eat it up because I'm like Bo Nix is good. I don't think he's as good as the top 3 guys in that draft class, like Caleb, Jaden, and obviously Drake. I don't think I think he's the 4th best one though, and
I agree with that.
He can clearly win them games.
Yeah.
And he is the right QB for Sean Payton's system. And I think that's what everyone is like discounting with Bo Nix is like with Sean Payton, it elevates his level of play to a certain point where you can win a Super Bowl with him. And it just absolutely fucking sucks that he broke his ankle. Like it just does.
I'm just out of luck this season because I was obviously rooting for Bills to go Super Bowl. Once they were out, I was like, all right, I guess I'll.
You're like it's Bojangles time. It's Bo time.
No, it wasn't even that. I was like, all right, I guess I'll hop on the Bears bandwagon.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They lost, and then I was like, all right, I guess I'll root for the Broncos.
Now it's Bo's time.
I do not like the Broncos. I had nothing against them, so I was like, fine, I'll root for them. Then I found out that he broke his ankle, so I'm like, fuck. Like all the teams I was going to root for.
Just root for Drake May alone. Like don't even root for the Patriots. Just root for Drake May.
No, that's blasphemy. I can't like. Even as someone who I'm speaking about the hockey. Like I had the utmost respect for Henrik Lundqvist. Still root for the Rangers.
Right. Okay.
Now I think I'm rooting for Seahawks because Seahawks and Rams I have no tie to.
Seahawks are my boys. I have them in my heart.
Yeah.
So part of me believes
because Connor likes them. I'm like, I'm gonna root for the Seahawks now because I don't like
Sam Darnold.
This is like a Stu Gotts moment. Like part of me believes that it's Rams. Patriots collision course. I just think it's Rams Patriots. I've had real concerns for most of Sam Darnold's career when it comes down to the big game and the big moments. Can he make a play to win a game? And I guess that could be us transitioning to picking the games.
Championship. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here to tell. I think it's Rams Patriots Super Bowl.
Okay, so what do you think the final score Rams Seahawks will be?
God, I don't want to say it's gonna get ugly. I think the defenses play well. Give me 23-17. Seahawks.
Rams.
I mean Rams. What am I talking about?
You just took the Rams.
23-17 Rams. Yeah. It's just tough.
Tommy?
28-10.
You think it's for the Seahawks?
I think Seahawks are going to blow the Rams out. I don't know. I have a weird feeling. 28-10.
I hope you think that Kenneth Walker's running for 200 yards or something.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just guessing numbers here.
I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba is disgusting, and I could see him just having a 3-touchdown day. But Sam Darnold also. We've seen him not perform in pressure. He didn't really have to do anything last game.
I'm gonna go.
He kind of got out there. They were already up like 14-0, right, or something. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I do think it's been the lower side than the scoring side. I do think. What's the over under for this game anyway? Not thinking about it.
I can probably pull it up, but
I think it's going to go. I'm assuming it's like 45. That would be my guess.
Actually, what am I doing? I'll just pull up. What betting app do you want me to pull up? I'm kidding. No free sponsors.
No free sponsors. Pay us.
That's a joke.
I think Seahawks put up 20. And I'll say
until they start sponsoring us, we won't say the name.
Yeah, I think Seahawks put up 20, and then I'll say the Rams will put up. Let's see, 16. Yeah, 2016.
Right now it's 47.5.
On under.
Under. Okay. Yeah.
I say it's 2016. 2016 Seahawks. Low scoring,
Yeah.
good defensive game. But I do think I'd say Darnold throws for a pass TD.
I mean, obviously at 2.5 right now, as the line, you would just take Rams money line. I think I'm comfortable with Rams money line, and I know that sounds like I'm a Sam Darnold hater, but like I think Matthew Stafford is. I think he's pissed that he hasn't played well the last 2 games.
But I will say this about Darnold. You do make the claim that like you're not sure he has it in the big games, but he only played really in like what as a resurgent quarterback like one.
I'm even saying like the clip. I'm not like hinging his entire career on this, but the clip with the Jets where it's like I'm seeing ghost. Like I just don't know if Darnold has like the. I don't want to say it factor. That's not what I mean. I just think when it matters most, is he going to drive them down the field to win a game? I hope he proves me wrong. I like Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold in Carolina. I thought if he was going to play better, we were going to like. I was on the Sammy Dotts train. Like you can ask Mitchell. Like I was like Sammy Dotts is in here. Let's effing go. But I don't know. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is nasty. I think Kenneth Walker is good. I don't know if that's enough to beat the Rams. Because Puka, Devontae, Corum, Kyron Williams, like they haven't put up points this postseason, but this might be the game. I know I said it was a low scoring game. This might be the game where the Rams put up some points. Like also division rivals too, like you know each other.
This game could go any way, and that is very true. But
Sean McVay's tired of hearing about people talking about him not being as good as he once was.
But this is also a Seahawks team that did win a shootout against the Rams itself too. Like,
yeah,
it isn't like it's out of the question. I do think that, in my opinion, the Seahawks might tighten down on their defense against them. And I think it'd be like
fair enough.
It'd be closer to like they had back at LA. What was it, 21-19 game where they lost?
Yeah, the 21-19 LA.
I think it'd be more of that kind of ilk of that.
That's fair.
Kind of game.
I think when the playoffs, like I think it's going to be less like wide open, like or not wide open, but like open, plays and stuff like that. I do agree with that. So.
And Darnold has only had 2 playoff games ever. Literally these past 2 years. That's fair. And
some people would say that's a bad thing.
But and to your Jets, because being I was legit a Darnold fan. I've always enjoyed Darnold as a quarterback. I just do think that it's very much this symptom of the Jets cannot develop players in general. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
Like.
Or at least under that regime, they just didn't develop.
/ ownership.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree.
And I feel like we wasted talents of so many good players. Like even like I know he had a shitty season this year, but Geno Smith's another one where it's like, oh, you see him playing for a different organization, and look at him revitalizing his own career. Like,
agreed.
And I'm not trying to be a homer on Darnold, a fanboy that is on Darnold, but like. Hey, give him a shot. We'll see how he does. No, he had a bad game when he played for Minnesota. Like that does happen, but like, no, prove it. Simple as that. And this this is the game to do it. Like you earn that bye. Like that's that 49ers game. They control their defense controlled the game, and Darnold did what he had to do. That's all you have to do. Like if he plays his game, I think he'll be fine. And I think the Seahawks will take it to the Super Bowl.
We'll see next week. If you're here, if you're not here, I'll text you and be like, 4 turnovers. I don't know, man. That's funny.
I do think JSN's going to go off though.
Are y'all? Yeah, JSN's a.
I love him so much.
He's nasty, dude.
All right, Patriots Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, we're in consensus here, right? It's 5.5 actually. I'm actually surprised it's 5.5. Yeah, it's 5.5 right now.
I would go.
That's probably because it's in Denver. Like, might keep it a little closer than you think it would.
I would go high. I do think it's going to be.
But the Patriots might control the run game. They might control this game in general.
Yes,
I think it's definitely going to be a battle of defenses this game, but the Patriots' offense is
do you see this
better than Denver? Because losing Bo Nix at the last minute, that's going to throw a big hurdle for them to get over.
Do you guys see this being like a similar game to the Texans game, where it's like control the game for most of the game? Drake May makes 2 or 3 like throws for touchdowns, and then Patriots win the game like by 16 or something like that.
No, I think the Patriots. You say the Patriots win by 16?
I was just giving like a game script. I don't know if that's what they're going to win by.
To me, it's more of a like. I just think that they're going to force Stidham to throw, and the Patriots secondary is going to
revenge game. By the way, revenge game.
Technically, yes, but Stidham has not started a game since 2024. Sorry, he's not that old.
I will say this. In terms of like,
he's a decent backup. I'm saying he's not washed or anything, but
I was just gonna say like in terms of like talent or looking at Jarrett Stidham, I mean it's clear that he has some like physical traits that you can't teach. That doesn't mean he's gonna play well as a QB. And I think that's why he's been a backup for most of his career.
Agreed.
But we'll see. I could see this not being
the return of the Patriots regime to the Super Bowl.
Oh, you're treating this like Star Wars. You're like, I don't want the Empire to win. Which
no, I don't want them to win. If Broncos win, I'd be so happy.
If you were the Broncos and you just lost pretty much your star quarterback right before the big game, and you're going up against the Patriots, who just have the historical legacy of being the Super Bowl team, that's a lot of pressure to put up on a back.
Yeah, that is. Oh well, they're going to run the ball, I think, personally.
Hold on. I'll say this just for hope, just for copium.
Like,
give me the second edition of Nick Foles, baby.
Did you guys see the Nick Foles tweet? That was funny.
I did not see that.
Probably second funniest QB tweet after Joe Burrow, apparently. Yeah, Nick Foles hasn't tweeted in forever and just comes on the internet and is like, the Patriots have lost to backup quarterbacks in big games before. And I was like, you're right. Nick, baby.
I hope the Broncos win it. I don't think they will.
I'll go ahead and call it. I'll go ahead and call it right now. First drive of the game, first pass attempt for Jarrett Stidham is a rollout bootleg. Tight end is coming right in front of his face, 4-yard, 5-yard completion. Right in front of his face. I'm calling it right now. You gotta get it going early. You gotta get him out.
There's a bet on that somewhere. There's like
just throw it. I've got a bet on that.
Must have that.
Yeah, I'm gonna find
first play of the game. What's gonna be?
Yeah. Roll out, and he's gonna like throw it 5 yards to his tight end coming across on a shallow. I'm picturing the play in my head right now. Yeah, I'm going Patriots by 10. I don't know, like 30. Nah, 30's too high. 21 to 10. They win by like 11. Yeah. I just, like Tommy said, it's hard to like put this on Stidham's shoulders and be like, hey man, we gotta make some throws. Like, but maybe that's the plan, is like you just go out there and you're like, we're gonna simplify this. Like we're running like go routes and fades, and you're gonna throw like back shoulder throws, or like the throw is gonna be like right in front of your face, like a 5-yard check down, like a shallow route or something like that. Like we're not giving you like crazy concepts to like try to figure out with especially with the Vrabel defense. Like we got to get the ball out of your hands. Like maybe that's the plan by Sean Payton. So I'm not saying the Broncos can't win this game, but I think the Patriots have been the second best team in the AFC, if not the best team in the AFC for most of the year. And I think they just find ways to control the game. And then when they need a guy to make a play, I think Drake makes plays.
28-13 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. 28-13.
Patriots or Broncos?
Patriots.
Okay. That would have been kind of crazy if you put up Jared Stidham 28. That'd
be awesome. Honestly, I would be so happy. I would buy a jersey.
There's like an alternate universe where Jared Stidham like cooks the Patriots this week. Yeah.
I would love that. Tommy?
It hurts me to say, but I'm going Patriots. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be like a 17-13 kind of game.
Yeah, that can definitely see that happen. There's definitely a script like that. And I do want to put this out there because I know there are probably people saying this, and it's a narrative that definitely is, I won't say true, but like it's there. The Patriots' lucky draw, like literally, like the Patriots' line to the playoffs is no.
I mean, they beat the Texans in one of the best defenses in the league.
But I'm saying like the whole easy schedule, and then beating through a banged up Chargers team.
Yeah, that's fair.
Stroud had his brutal game, and then you're going to Broncos and
without
having
Bo
Nix.
Yeah,
and then with the whole easy schedule, it's like the stars are aligning for the Patriots, and I want to push back against that because
no, I do too, because people want to talk shit. But
to
like,
their credit, they won their games. That's what football's about. You
winning
win and you keep going on. Like
are we gonna talk shit about Eli Manning like going like through the Giants playoffs and then like when it mattered most against Tom Brady, he wins the big one. Like, bro, like you gotta win games that are put in front of you. Like it's not the Patriots and Drake May's fault or anyone else's fault on that team. That's the schedule in front of them. Like they're winning games. Like. Come on.
I would say that I don't believe that Drake May is quote unquote him yet. But like he's been playing well and like props to him and like he's getting the job done. I can see it continuing.
Look, I'm just gonna put this out here as a Drake May thing, and I think this is a perfect way to end this podcast. I have been a big Drake May MVP, Drake May, one of the best QBs in the league.
You have.
I'm very aware that Drake May has a certain skill set that everything has to like go right for him in a certain game script in order to like win games, but he can also like take over games with his talent, and I've seen that since college being a North Carolina fan. I'll say this about Drake. I think it is really hard to do the things that he does exceptionally well, i.e. getting outside of the pocket, making plays, getting the ball in your hand, making the certain throws he makes. And I'm not saying he's a top 5 QB in the league right now. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of like, if you look at the talent around him, like we're talking about the Bills wide receiver core, you can make a very strong case that the offensive talent around him is not really that good, and he has elevated everybody's play on that team. Imagine if he had a Puka Nacua, a Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, just go through the list of teams of guys that have dudes on their teams.
And he's literally doing it with Booty. Kayshon Booty.
If he was, he's doing it with Kayshon Booty and Stephon Diggs. That like apparently half the league doesn't want Stephon, which is crazy. But
and coming off an ACL tear, no less.
Coming off an ACL tear, like Hunter Henry is like his tight end. Like he's doing it with guys who like I'm gonna say it like the offensive talent is it's solid, it's good, they make plays. But look, if he was in Atlanta with Drake London, like what do we like in Kyle Pitts, like is Atlanta like one of the best teams in the league? So look, all I'm saying is I think Drake May does a really good job of, mostly for the most part, elevating the talent around him, and he's been doing that since North Carolina. I think that's also an indictment on Mac Brown's with Drake May's last season there, because like he couldn't elevate the talent around him in North Carolina enough to like win games with Mac Brown, because that was how bad the talent was at North Carolina. So yeah, I've been saying for the longest time, Connor, that like once Drake May got in the league with NFL talent around him, he was going to look a lot better than he did at certain points in college, because of the things he can do that allow him to elevate NFL talent. So yeah, that's a good
Definitely.
good place.
Hey, one more thing I want to touch on, because this is completely side with playoff talk is now over. Because we had some news this past week for coaches. Thoughts on Harbaugh to the Giants first?
Is that like a done deal?
Relatively speaking, yeah. I've been seeing reports that like the only thing that they were negotiating about was who Harbaugh was reporting to, because Harbaugh wants to make sure he's reporting to the ownership, not to the GM.
Interesting.
And they were saying that they had an interview with the GM today. It was like, oh yeah, we're on the same page, whatever. Like, let's be real, internal shit's probably going on, but like pretty much. So Harbaugh is playing for the Giants?
Is he? The Giants? I'm assuming he likes Jackson Dart, and that's why he's doing it. But
yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things.
I don't think he's ever been like a guy who. I mean, he's a special teams guy. He is an offensive guy because of. He might be more defense. Him and his brother might be more defense.
Like he's been like coaching for so long.
It's just, can he get the most out of like Jackson Dart as a QB, or can he find someone who can get the most out of Jackson Dart? I think that's the real like question for the Giants, is even if he's just the guy who manages the team and has done what he's always done in Baltimore, which is like put together a really good like staff and a really good foundation. Can he find someone who's going to click with Jackson Dart as like a, kind of the Ben Johnson role for Caleb in Chicago? I actually like Jackson Dart a lot. I wrote him up in the scouting report. I think he has the talent to be like a middle of the road QB in the NFL, but it's about tapping into that potential. So it's a weird hire. I'd much rather see him in Miami, I think, but New York's not a bad spot. Like, it's not. And I think he's going to handle New York just fine, the New York media.
I think so, too.
He's Harbaugh.
And I'm intrigued because it looks like Harbaugh wants to bring over Todd Monken as well. Because I know that was a big discussion why he left Baltimore, is that they want to get rid of Todd Monken.
Yeah, that's not crazy if he brings him over.
Yeah, especially running with him being the OC for Lamar for so long that like.
Yeah, I think they can find plays in a system that works.
A scheme that will work for both everybody.
And I think Monken's really good at like RPO stuff. Jackson Dart is exceptional at RPO reads. I think it could work.
Yeah, as long as Dart stays healthy. That's the biggest question.
Was there another coaching thing?
The other one was from what I saw was Kevin Stefanski for Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't think Penix is the answer. I think they're going to be looking for a QB. But
I'm intrigued because I do think that Stefanski
or you just roll with Kirk Cousins and then you go like next season.
I would give.
They gave Cousins all that money. By the way,
if I was Stefanski, I would probably give Penix another shot.
Okay. I'm not against it.
I do think that Stefanski.
You can get a certain QB in the draft. I'd consider it.
Yeah, I would consider it too. The question is with Stefanski is I'm really curious. I really do think the Browns have punched above their weight for so long.
Yeah, I think Stefanski is a good QB guy, by the way.
I think he's just a good coach. And I think that like the Browns just being as competitive as they were the past 2 years is thanks to him rather than the personnel he had. Yeah. It's like he was successful despite the situation he was in. So
agree.
I'm really curious on him now being a coach of a roster that has like their defenses. Let's be real, hot and cold, but like their offensive weapons are great. And
they're good.
And I'm really curious if they can figure out the quarterback room situation. If Penix or Kirk Cousins can do what they need to do, then I do think that I think Atlanta could win the NFC South next year.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they almost won it this year with the play they got. So
Yeah, seriously.
I'm with you.
And
There was a reason I used them as the example with the Drake Mays in Atlanta. What does this team look like? The offensive talent on that team is very good. Also, maybe Kyle Pitts for all people that have shares.
I hope
Kyle
so.
Pitts.
I hope so.
Maybe Kyle Pitts' stock equity is up. Tommy, that's all you can say. I think that's a good place to end the podcast. Is Kyle Pitts stocks are up. Double arrows pointing up, baby. Let's go. Stefanski likes to get his tight ends involved. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right, that's it for this week, everybody.